Welcome all to today's class on Principles of Natural Justice for Administrative Law. This is Dr. K. Sangeeta. Natural justice implies fairness, reasonableness and equality. There are procedural principles which every administrative agency must follow in taking any decisions adversely affecting the right of a private individual. Principle of natural justice are firmly grounded in Article 14 and 21 of the Indian Constitution. The two basic principles of natural justice are nemo judex in causa sua. No one should be made a judge in his own cause or rule against bias. Second principle is odi aldrum partem rule. Here the other party. No one should be condemned unheard or rule of fair hearing. First we will see rule against bias. Bias, operative prejudice in relation to a party or an issue. Requirement of this principle is that the judgment must be impartial and must decide the case objectively on the basis of evidence. Bias manifests variously and may affect the decision in variety of ways. It could be personal bias, pecuniary bias, subject matter bias. In order to challenge administrative action successfully on the ground of bias, it is essential to prove that there is a real likelihood of bias. The test of bias is whether a reasonable man in possession of a relevant information would have thought that bias was likely to affect the decision in the given case. Next principle, odi aldrum partem, which is the second long arm of the natural justice, protecting the little man from arbitrary administrative actions. Everything that affects a citizen in his civil life inflicts the civil consequence. Wherever an administrative action inflicts a civil consequence, principle of natural justice have to be followed. Right to fair hearing is a code of procedure and hence it covers every stage through which the administrative decision-making process continues. First we will see the requisites of fair hearing. There should be a notice, right to present the case and evidence, right to rebut the evidence. No evidence should be taken at the back of other party. Report of inquiry should be shown to the other party. There should be a reasoned decision and a speaking order. Rule against dictation. Financial assistance to attend the inquiry. All this should be followed for fair hearing. When you see the exclusion or what could be leaved out in the rule of natural justice, application of principle of natural justice can be excluded in the following cases: when there is an emergency, confidentiality, or in routine matters, impracticability, interim preventive action, legislative action, or no right of a person is infringed. Now we will see the effect of breach of principle of natural justice. A decision rendered in violation of the rule against bias is merely voidable and not void. The aggrieved party may waive his right to avoid the decision, but any action in violative of odi aldrum partem rule is completely void and it is of no value. Now we will see few problems. The entire MBA entrance examination was cancelled by the Osmania University because of mass copying. The action of the university was challenged on the ground that it has taken without observing the principle of natural justice. So when you talk about the rule against bias, the prerequisites of bias should be taken into consideration first. Here the activity is mass copying, which is illegal. So here, before coming to the conclusion, there must be a committee constituted and each and every person indulged in the examination writing was indulged in copying or not should be proved. Here there must be a reason or an explained order. So such a speaking order only can withhold. So the principles of natural justice has been violated or not would be derived only after fulfilling all these needs. Second problem, the Karnataka Public Service Commission cancelled the examination of one Mr. Vijay. This was because in violation of the rules he wrote his roll number on every page of the answer script. He challenged the action of the commission on the ground of violation of natural justice. So this is against an individual person. So whether the rule of odi aldrum partem fair hearing was followed or not. Here it should be very clear that when there is a violation of fair hearing, then it is void from the beginning itself. So the application of it should be based on the principle of odi aldrum partem. Problem 3. 36 girl students of medical college filed a report with the principal of Rajendra Medical College regarding the misbehavior of certain boys in the girls' hostel. The inquiry committee appointed by the principal recorded the statement of the girls in the absence of the boys. The statements were applied to them for the opportunity of giving the rebut the evidence. The boys involved were identified by the girls through photographs. Committee found them guilty and served the expulsion order on the boys. The order was challenged on the ground of violation of principles of natural justice. So, two things that have been proved violative here is the first, the identification of boys was done through the photograph and it was not personal identification. And second one is the boy, when taking testimony from the girls, the boys were not involved into. So the opportunity of giving them a fair hearing is being denied, thus violating the principle of natural justice. Likewise, you need to apply the principles and see whether it is right or wrong.